Why is my hair green? Oh my god. Oh, it's so weird. Oh my god. Oh, my water is done. That's the best way to make perfectly room temperature water. Okay, I'm done. What is that? Okay, hold on. Okay, what is this? I don't know. What do you do? Huh. Should I just, you know... Oh, okay then. I don't know what this does. I don't know how it got here or anything. But now I have a stick. It's very interesting. I don't know what it does, but it's time to find out. It's just a stick. Okay, well, yeah, it's just a stick. You know, just like, whee-yah! Oh my god. What just happened? What is this thing? Did I just teleport? I did, yes. Why am I asking that question? Obviously, I just teleported. Why did I just, where did this even come from? How does that, okay. Main question, how do I get home? I don't know how to get home. That was weird. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, let's get home. Oh my god. It is a teleporting stick. I'm not fully surprised, but at the same time, like, why would a teleporting stick just teleport? Oh, that's how you got into my yard. Teleported somehow. I don't know who made you teleport, but you teleported. Alright, well, I gotta go home now. So, yeah. Okay. Really think of home. Okay. Visualizing home. Here you go. Where did my stick go? And where am I? This is not home. This is not what I was thinking of when I thought of home. Yeah, I'm confused. And now that I don't have the stick, I can't get back. This is not good. Okay, well, I'm gonna go exploring and see if I can find my stick or something. I don't really know, really, at all. Hey, what's in this room? Oh my god. What? How did I get here? I don't know. This is insane. I'm back. What? I don't know. I don't even know what happened here. It's all destroyed. Oh my god. Well, I'm back, and, yeah, I don't know what's happening. Hi, apparently I found a stick, and the stick teleported me to a whole bunch of different locations, and then eventually I teleported into a weird house, and that weird house led me into this room. I don't remember this room being in that house, though. So is this the same room?
I'm not fully sure. But what I do know is, I'm back, I guess. I don't know what's happening. Wait, why is there a hole in the floor thing? Oh my god. It's ruined! It's on a piece of cardboard, but it's ruined! I'm honestly at a loss of words right now. I don't know how Ruin is here. I don't know how I'm here, and I don't know how here is here at all. It doesn't make any sense. But what I do know is I'm pretty sure my room is trying to tell me something, aka play Ruin. So why don't I just, do that? Alrighty, so Ruin is a free DLC to Security Breach. It came out June, I think, 25th or something. I'm not fully sure. But what I do know is it's out and I need to play it now. So why don't I do that? Oh, jeez, I forgot. I don't have my brand new fancy TV. I have Air that I have to put the gameplay footage on. And the best way to do that, and the only way that I know, is via using that computer down there. You may see a problem though. It's kind of broken, so I'm just gonna have to hope that it still works. Computer, play Security Breach. Oh, it worked! That's not the it in today's video, okay? Promise me I have it planned somewhere else. It's just a coinkydink, okay? Anyways, you are playing as Cassidy, a friend of Gregory, and Gregory is now trapped in the Pizzaplex, and you have to save Gregory. I don't know how Gregory got trapped in the Pizzaplex, but what I do know is you have to save him, so why don't we do that? I got a lot of hand movement going on. So, the first thing you need to do is you need to go into this dark voidy area, but it's too dark for Cassidy to actually go in, so you have to nab this handy dandy little flashlight right here, and it's also a no battery flashlight. There's no battery. It will never die. It'll go on forever, which is nice. I wish I had that when I was playing Security Breach, but I didn't, so oh well. Alrighty, continue. Alright, so now that you have the flashlight, you're able to go into the darky, voidy area because now you can actually see. And, yeah, everything just is mega ruined. Absolutely ruined. And then you make your way up to the elevators where you will find this little walkie-talkie. And Gregory will be like, please help me, I've been trapped. And you're like, okay, fine, whatever. Apparently, Gregory is trapped in the sinkhole underneath Roxy Raceway. So we have to go all the way to Roxy Raceway, which is far by the game's definitions. In reality, it's not that far, it's just, Auditorium, Roxy Raceway. It's not that far. But the game wants you to think it's really stupid far. So, it's really stupid far. No, it's not. Okay, let's carry on. Alrighty, so now that you know where Gregory is, now you need to, get to him. So why don't we take a really, 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 really long ladder. And then the ladder knocks me down. Great, so why don't we just retake that really, 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 really long ladder? Okay, this time I actually, didn't get knocked off. Thanks, ladder. And as you're walking through the vents, probably the most realistic part of this game happens. The vents crumple and fall apart and you fall out. Just like how it would happen in reality, let's be honest. But, now you're in the, one of the kitchens, one of the very many kitchens in the Pizzaplex. So that's great. And as you're going through this kitchen, Chica kind of pops out and says, boo, and then kind of turns off or whatever. and you're like, oh well, and then you leave. And after that, you find the Faz Wrench, which is a fancy thingy-majigger that allows you to do these weird puzzles where you have to fill these tubes with liquid, and as soon as all the tubes are blue, then the thing that the machine is connected to gets activated. It's very weird. I don't really know why this wasn't in the original game, but it wasn't. And then you make your way into the back area of the Pizzaplex, where you find this little, like, it was called what is it called? It's called a, sewage pipe? I don't know. Is that what it's called? I can't really think right now. It's 3 a.m. I should probably stop recording footage at 3 a.m. because I might speak better, but I do, so it's gonna happen. Anyways, you go through the sewage pipey thingy, and Monty, that's who it was. That's right, I remember. Monty pops out at you and goes, "Rawr!" And then you splash into the water and you get whisked away. So that's fun. Man, I gotta speak better. Oh, so the microphone's on this side of me, so I'm gonna have to move the microphone in frame. I hope that I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just talk straight forwards. Yay! What I could do was actually this. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me betterly. If I do some more moving. There we go. There we go. Now you can hear me, hopefully. And then you end up in Monty Golf. That was a fun place, wasn't it? And you really get to see how destroyed everything is. Like, oh my god, what happened here? And then you encounter Maskbot. I wasn't gonna say Mapbot. Nope, it's Maskbot. And he's here to give us a free mask. Wow. Oh wait, that's Fanny's mask. I'm good. Honestly, I like free things, but I don't want that, even if it's free. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Alrighty, so now that you have a Fanny's mask, this is the main thing of the DLC. So the buggiest thing of the DLC. So, you know, that's great. This mask is like, I don't know, Apple's new Vision Pro or whatever it's called, where you put it on and you see the world, but then there's weird stuff going on in the real world. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. So, because it changes the real world, you can also walk through objects, which makes sense. That doesn't make any sense. And then eventually you end up at this weird camera system. This is going to be another big part of the game where it's a camera system. You look into the camera system, it's all black and white, and the weird AI helpy thing has AI generated your voice. That's just fantastic. So now he has unlimited access to your voice at any time. How does he use it? Via making animatronics think you're here when you're not there. So at least he's doing it for he's doing a good thing. He's a good guy. Good. Moving on. And then you eventually end up at this weird door with a lot of electricity. It's very dangerous, except for it's not. So, how do you get through the electrified door? It's actually very simple. You have to put on the mask, go up the stairs, go through all of this junk, and then you eventually end up with this weird, like, floating head thing. And you have to follow these little cables to, like, a glowing red object. And then just grab your Faz wrench and go boink. And then do that until the whole head turns blue. So that's fun. And then the little head things have a little puzzle attached to them, where it's pretty much just connect the dots, but don't cross the lines, because that's a bad thing. So, you know, it's pretty simple. And then you have to do that one more time. But while you're doing it, you encounter this weird AR bunny thing, and he tries to attack you. Except for how dumb he is, you can just take off a mask and you'll be fine. He is such a little threat in this game, you don't have to really ever worry about him. Almost never. So, I don't know why they really added him in. Just more of an annoyance than anything else. Anyways, so then you have to do another little head thing, but as soon as you're done with that, then the door opens up and you're able to go through. Yay! And also Monty, tried to attack you but failed. So that's, that too. Alright, so I'm gonna skip a huge part of this game here because most of it's just walking and then doing the little head puzzles. So I'm just gonna skip all that and go on to the next big part. Alright, so this part is special because it has a new puzzle to it, where it's pretty much, you have to put on a mask, open up this special camera that can only be opened with the mask on, and then find the little objects on the cameras to open up a special access that you can only access through the headset, the mask thing. It's complicated, I know, but it makes sense while you're playing the game. If that makes sense. Yeah, it does. So. But anyways, you get rid of the TV and then boom, you've ended up into the daycare, which also looks all destroyed for some odd reason. I don't know how any of this happened. Alright, so when you enter the daycare area, the daycare attendant, I think he's called Eclipse or whatever in this game, he spots you and then attacks you. But luckily you have a flashlight, so you can just flash him and then, he runs away. Why didn't that happen in the original base game? I don't know, but it happens in the DLC now. So Eclipse wants to be whole again, and how to do that is via turning on 2 generators, and how to do that is via going around the main daycare area and doing more of those little special camera mask treasure hunt thingies. I'm not fully sure what they're called. But as soon as you're done with the 2 generators, then you're able to go up to Eclipse and give him a little pokey, and also reset his textures. So that's fun. And now he is whole again. He is just moon and sun. So that's pretty good. So after sun flies you out of there, you have to do some more puzzles. Be careful because the endos will attack you, but only when you're in the real world and not the AR world. When you're in the AR world, then you don't have to worry about the little endo things. You only have to worry about the bunny. But when you're not in the when you're in the real world, then you don't have to worry about the bunny, but you have to worry about the endos. It's complicated, I know. But you have to do another head puzzle to get into the daycare theater, so that's fun. And then in the daycare theater, you have another camera treasure hunt puzzle. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the treasure hunt puzzle from here on out. And after you're done with the treasure hunt puzzle, then a ginormous endo pops up, and you kind of just have to, go down his throat. So why not? And now that you are in his throat, you take off the mask, and now you're in the vents, and then you go through the vents, and then they fall yet again, and then you somehow end up in the Monty Golf ride. Honestly, I don't know how perfect that could have ever happened. It's insane. I might be breaking my brain because of how insane it is. And in this little ride here, you learn Monty's little backstory thing. Ooh, it Rockstar Bonnie! I told you the it would pop up in the episode later. So now that you're done with the ride, then the little roller coaster just kind of goes ape, and you have to jump off because you will die if you don't. So jump off to your death, because if you don't jump off to your death, then you'll die. That makes sense. But now you're in Monty Golf's catwalks area, so, that's pretty good. And it's also completely destroyed. I guess that kind of makes sense if it's been a decade, but it's been maybe a month, maybe a couple, maybe a year. So, I don't know how that happened. Still. And in the catwalks, you have to do another little head puzzle. It's pretty much just go through the catwalks, You have to use the little like gun things to shoot Monty heads, and they like activate a little like bridges and stuff like that. And little helpy thing teleports you now because he can do that. So that's pretty fun. And yeah. I don't know why he can teleport you, but he can. And then you end up in this weird hallway tube place with just one long catwalk, and the little AI bunny thing attacks you, but then gets stopped and then, I don't know, AIs himself away. I don't know how that happened, but Gregory says he had a signal jammer or something, so that fixes everything. So that's great. That's also great. So you know. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, aren't I? So you know. And then you find the rest of the children nodes, whatever they're called, and then you're able to activate Monty Golf again. And now you go into the pizzeria, not the pizzeria. You go into Chica's kitchen. That's what I was trying to say, but I accidentally stumbled up and said pizzeria. Whoopsie daisy. I'm gonna keep it in anyways because I'm too lazy to try this shot again. So yeah. Alright, so now that you're in the pizzeria, you have to do a couple more of the let's call them the wrench puzzles, I guess. I guess they're all wrench puzzles, but this is like the main wrench puzzle. So you have to do some more of the wrench puzzles to activate a little, like, couple little, I don't know what they're called. Flat escalators? I don't know. And then you also see Chica's on one of the weird escalator things, and you kind of just follow her. Kind of. Not really. Kind of. I guess you kind of accidentally follow her, but you follow her either way. And then you get pushed off the weird treadmill thing by the giant cupcake, because, again, that makes sense. And then Chica is fine again because she landed in a recharge station. So, again, what are the odds? And then you have to distract Chica via using your voice, and then you get out of there. But then Chica catches you, and then a weird concrete brick lands on her, and you're pretty safe. Honestly, this game doesn't really have much of a threat. And then you do some more of the head puzzles, and then you end up in the AR void. I don't know where this ends up, like this actually takes you, but you're in the AR void. So that's fine. And I'm not going to talk about the AR void that much because there's not really much to it. It's literally a long hallway, then another what do they call it? Treasure hunt puzzle. And then you're out of there. So that's pretty much it. No worries on dying. And then after that, you end up in Roxy Raceway's hair salon place, where Roxy is just really sad. And then Roxy hears your voice and is like, "Who's that?" And then Gregory kind of talks to you via, I don't know, loudspeaker or whatever it's called, and then chases after Gregory instead. I totally did not forget his name for a second there. Not at all. Now that my brain is slightly becoming a little bit of goop, you can possibly hear it in the way I speak. You have to do another one of those head puzzles. And when you do your first little children node, I don't know what they called it, you can't take off mask until you turn off this signal jammer thing. So that's fun. And then you do a couple more of the children nodes, and then you activate the head, and then you're able to continue on. And then after that, you kind of wander through the log flume area, which we've never seen before. So that's pretty neato right there. And then you find yourself here where Monty kind of fumbles his way down and then goes into the water because he's waterproof. Because we all knew that. And then you do a couple more of them wrench puzzles, and then you electrocute Monty to death. Because water didn't kill him, but electricity did. He's a robot, like why would water kill him and electricity not? Shocky things not. And then after that, then you finally make it to Roxy Raceway, where you have to lure Roxy into destroying these door things. So you do that a couple times. then you meet your greatest enemy, a go-kart which tries to absolutely destroy your shins, I think they're called. I don't know what part of the body this is called, but I'm pretty sure it's a shin. But luckily you dodge the go-kart, so your shins are perfectly intact in one piece. And then you open up this door, and then Roxy says, "Give me back my eyes," and you're like, "Ah, no." And then Roxy's like, "Oh, I didn't know that, sorry. And I know you didn't want to give me them back. Okay, sorry about that. Error." And then after that, you find out that there are still a couple more security nodes that you have to deactivate, aka the little head things. So, where you have to go to next is Bonnie Bowl. Wow. So then after a little bit of walking forwards, you end up in Bonnie Bowl, where you have to distract the little DJ creature spider things via going into the cameras and making your voice get activated over here, and then they'll go over there. Some of them will go over there, that is. And then you pretty much just do that 4 times, deactivate a children node, and you're pretty good. And then after that, you're able to deactivate the main head node, and then that opens up this curtain place, which goes into the back room again. And after that, you go into this vent, which kind of throws you into a weird purple tunnel loopy thing, and a lot of stuff happens. And then blink, you plops you into the Vanny's hideout thing with the Princess Quest arcade game with the giant sword just right in it. What does it mean? I don't know. But now that you're in Phaser Tag, I think it was called, you are able to get the security head node thing that's here. So then after you get that, then you go through this portal, and that portal leads you to Freddy! Oh my god, he's back! He doesn't have a head. So then Freddy starts chasing you down, an intense chase scene starts happening, and then you're kind of good. And then you find the inhibitor, or whatever it's called, and you pretty much just have to push that thing down before Freddy gets you. But you don't have to really worry about Freddy after you push the thing down, because, you put on the mask, Freddy's gone! And you don't have to worry about him attacking you anymore. So that's great. And then you enter this vent where this little spider DJ thing attacks you. But you don't actually have to worry about him because he moves too slow to actually get you as long as you're constantly moving. So he's pretty useless. And then after that, you somehow easily make your way back to Roxy Raceway. So that's pretty fun. And then you find Roxy, who somehow was able to drop a forklift onto her. I don't know how that happened, but it did. God. And then they have to make Roxy's death, spoiler alert, really sad. So Roxy says a whole bunch of nice things. And then you have to give her a little poking in the eyeball. God, that just looks painful. And then do the little line thing to Roxy. And then Roxy's dead. Okay, so now that we have all of the security nodes and Roxy disabled, now what we can finally do is go down into the basement of the Pizzaplex. Remember the basement? That was a whole entire just weird basement thing. It didn't make any sense. So you go into the basement, go down into the elevator, you spend like 5 hours into the elevator, go down into the basement, and then this, the original path was blocked up, but luckily the path with the giant Freddy head is not blocked up, and it has a little tunnel, so you go into the, basement of the whole facility, and then down in this basement, you'll find this, Skyrim cave or something, where your flashlight will get disabled and you use the force to throw it away. And then after that, then you go through here, you find the Candy Cadet, and then you go into the basement of the whole facility. And this is where you're at the final boss battle with Afton and stuff like that. And then you go into the basement, Jesus Christ, of the whole entire facility. Everything is in a basement. Whew. And then down in the 5th basement, you will find this weird Nexus machine that you go boop beep bop on a little computer, and then the little AR bunny thing gets sucked in. Honestly, this story is making a lot of sense so far. And then after that, you have to do a little wrench puzzle to make this forklift move. So that's fun. And then the forklift will bust through the concrete wall. Why was there concrete there? I don't know. And then in the concrete wall, you'll finally make your way to Gregory. With glowing red eyes. That's Gregory. He says, I'm Gregory. So that must be Gregory. That is not Gregory. Okay, let's run. Okay, so before we run, we gotta, call up the actual, I think, real Gregory, because for some odd reason he has the maps of this 5th basement, so he knows where we're going. And then we actually start running as soon as fake Gregory, aka Mimic, whatever his name was, starts chasing you down. So then you have an intense chase scene where you go run, right. I think it was mostly right. And then you get hair in your mouth. How's there hair in my mouth? Oh my god. Alright, there it is. I don't know how hair got in my mouth, but it's fine. Anyways, then you go into this really long hallway, and then you have to use the wrench tool puzzle. You have to wrench puzzle this elevator open, and then you push the button. The elevator door just barely closes. And then Gregory kind of explains a few more things, aka things that you already knew. And then after that, Gregory says, well, we can't risk it. I'm gonna kill you now. And then the elevator falls, and then blackness. So that's fantastic. The end of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin. Except for, the secret endings, but we're gonna get to that right now. Okay, so there are 3 endings. We just got the betrayal ending. That's what it's called. Now we are going to the 2nd ending, which is called the Brazil ending. I'm not joking. That is actually its official name. Brazil ending. I don't get it, but we're going to get the Brazil ending. This ending is really simple. It is pretty much just go right, then a left, and then you'll see this weird cutout thing of a Freddy. Put on your mask, and then boom, I'm guessing you're in Brazil. So, yay. You got to an ending. Good for you. And yeah. Next up is the last and final ending. The 3rd ending. The hardest ending to get, I'm going to say. It is called the Scooper ending. Spoilers, by the way, I guess. How you get the Scooper ending is you have to go into 4 cameras. One in Chapter 1, another one in Chapter 3, the next one in Chapter 5, and the last one in Chapter 7. They all have secret cameras, so you have to go into the camera system and then look and then zoom out to find the secret camera in the void. And then once you activate that camera, it will pretty much just open up a door. And then once you got all 4 doors open, then the main ending, the chase scene, will be just dramatically different. So why don't we talk about the chase scene next? So now that we got back to the basement of the facility, then you will see one tiny little teensy weensy little difference. That's right, Mimic is wearing a frickin' suit. I don't know who this is or why, but what I do know is it looks really creepy when he does this little head raise thing and shows his eyes off. It looks way creepier. So, good job at actually freaking me out a little bit, Steel Wool. You did a good job. And then you do the chase scene as normal, except for one tiny little thing. Except for going through this door. This door is now completely blocked, and this door is open. So you go through that door, and there's another door. So you go through that door, and there's another door. You go through that door, and then there's another door. And then you go through that door, and then you are in the scooper room. And then you go through another door. And then you push a button, and the costumed mimic gets, grabbed and then scooped in the fog. He gets scooped, and then he's just kind of laying there. Cut to black. And roll credits. Oh my god. So, the one thing I wanted Ruin to do was explain what's happening. Guess what it did not do? Explain what's happening. So that's great. Okay, so now that I'm actually finally done with that, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Because, there's a lot of stuff going on behind me. I don't know what happened here, I don't know why I'm here, but what I do know is I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. So I gotta think of a way to get out of here. I don't know. I got it. I'm going to think of an idea between videos. And then as soon as the next video begins, I'm pretty much going to be like, I got it! And then I'll be out of here. So, stay tuned to the next episode. Now I just gotta stop the recording. How do I stop this? I don't know how to stop this. Please. Ow, my toe.